Hi and very welcome. I am Deniz Shaban and I will be co hosting this webinar about DSR Essentials with Özlem, who is the designer of DSR. Um, DSR is probably the best B2B selling solutions for sales teams in the fashion wholesale business. And over the course of multiple webinars that we're planning to have, we want to show you how you could use DSR to improve your customer meetings. But we also want to hear from you. So while we present, please feel free to ask questions and give feedback in the chat. I also want to make you aware that we have on Touchtech's YouTube channel a series of introduction and training videos which cover the features in much more detail than what we are planning on to do today. I've also added a link to the chat or description of this video. So instead, our focus today is to introduce and inspire you on the possibilities of DSR instead of doing a training session of what to click and how to click and where to click. So if you think we move too fast, then know that this webinar will be recorded. And in any case, please take the time to review the videos on YouTube. So enough talking, let's get into it. We want to start the demo of DSR kind of in the middle of a sales meeting. In most sales meetings, the presentation and selection of the styles are made using physical samples. I'm sure you can relate to these photos. You may lay them on the floor or on the table. You may hang the samples on a mobile rail. And now the job is to transfer the selection to a digital platform to add quantities and make orders. We want to show you why we think DSR is the best solution to do this. There are three ways to transfer the selection to DSR. We want to start by showing you how you can use the DSR barcode scanner app, which is available on the Apple and Android app stores. So, Özlem, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you, Dennis. So to be able to present the barcode scanner function, I'm just go back to the DSR app itself, and then here, connect my phone, and then I'm gonna literally take my phone, open the app, and then scan the QR code. And just like that, I'm connected.
Great. And we can see here that there is a device connected. So just to point out that this is possible to connect multiple devices. So if you really want to speed it up and you have the customer also want to join in on the fun, they can also download the app and start scanning the products. So what happens when you scan the product then?
Sounds good. And then I have a barcode printed here. I'm just gonna go and scan it. And as you can see, once I scan, it will simply open in the app with the color pre-selected and also added to the favorites. So just like that, you can just scan barcodes and get the transformation from physical samples to the digital world.
Exactly. And it's not just that it is a very quick and efficient way to, if you have 30, 40 samples selected, to just scan, and you just know that they will have been favorited. So it will be easier to then start making orders on them. There's also one thing that I want to point out here. If you scan a product and you have your DSR table connected to a secondary screen, or maybe you just have a laptop, if you don't have a DSR table, connected to a secondary screen, then no matter where you are in the showroom, if you scan the physical sample, you will get this nice looking product page open and you will see which other colors it exists in. So the customer can kind of be much more entertained while you also scan the items. All right, so this is one very quick way of importing, so to say, your physical samples into DSR. We also said that there would be two other ways. Would you mind showing those as well as them?
Yes, sure. So let's imagine you don't have your phone with you or you don't want to use the scanner app. And let's imagine we didn't do that. The second way of adding the products will be simply using the advanced search functionality. So here I'm gonna tag for the part of the product. So you can use the style IDs, it's up to you. And then once I did that, this is the product that I want to add to my favorites. So from here, I can directly click on it to enter the PDP, and then you know the rest. I can directly add it. Or I can use the favorite toggle here, activate it, and then simply click on it, and then it will be added to my favorites. Well, that's the second way.
Yes, and one pro of using it might not be as fast, but one pro of using this way is that the customer is then exposed to other products at the same time. But then there's even a better way of reaching that type of experience, and that is by using the board. So you know that that product is a premium product, and you've created this premium board, a nice catalog, and assuming that you know your way around where the products are located, because this will now be like something that has been pre-made. I guess this would be one way of like where you scroll or use the sections to the right to quick jump. And again, here you can really emphasize and do much more of a storytelling. You have model shots next to them, so this could be a very fun and engaging way of also have the possibility to do additional selling, right? So if you scroll down a little bit here, you will definitely see that there are some styles that is more of an outfit, or you see the colors and so on. Cool. So these are three very quick and easy ways of importing your selection to the DSR application. Once you have done that, it's time to make orders. However, we have a special feature. Before you make your orders, you can actually make sure to fill in the gaps, or to make sure that you don't buy into something that might risk not getting produced. So if we start with the first thing here, Özlem, if you would, as a salesperson, like to just point out some gaps in my selection before we even add quantities, how would you do it?
Well, I simply open the favorites view and then I group it per delivery and then per category. This is my personal taste, but you can change it by using this grouping layout here. And once I start scrolling, I might notice that I'm not buying enough t-shirts and tops for August. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna click this button, which will open the most sold drawer for me, and then extend the t-shirts and tops.
Cool.
And then
And oh yeah, go ahead.
and simply I can get the same grouping as I have in the view here, and simply scroll to see the full order. So it will be sorted by the most popular, most sold, to the least popular. So I can choose whichever I want to add to my favorites. I think this will go well with my orders team, so I'm just gonna click here to automatically add it.
And this is a very nice view also for the buyer. I mean, uh, like, oh wow, yeah, you're right. Can you show me which other colors it exists in? And from anywhere in the app, as soon as you see a thumbnail, more or less, you can just always click on it and get to this nice looking product page. And you can see the red, black, blue, and so on. And whenever you're done, by exiting this product page, you're back to where you were. So no refreshing, no reloading. Everything is super fast, super easy. Now, how about we basically favorited all of the colors that we styles that we liked. How about checking if there's any style that maybe we should reconsider, especially towards the end of the selling period, where hasn't been enough orders, so to say, compared to others. How would we do that?
Yeah, to be able to see that, I'm just gonna go back to the catalog here. And then as you can see, and I can also show it here, it is by default sorted by most sold global. That means again, inside of each grouping, the first one is the most sold item and it gets lesser and lesser. So you can check if you're in the later parts of the grouping. You might think that, this product won't get a chance to produce. Of course, it's not certain. It's just an assumption that the apps make throughout the data, but you might reconsider your choices.
Exactly. It makes you much more data driven. And now you can maybe replace that white sweatshirt with a different white sweatshirt that you can be more confident might be produced. Cool. So this is definitely something that will give you the extra edge in the meeting. But now let's say we are happy about the general selection. How would we move forward to make the orders? And I believe also here we have two ways. One is the more traditional way of ordering using the basket view. But then we've seen some salespeople really taking advantage of the possibilities and inspirational capabilities of the product page and using that to order as well. So should we start with the first one, Özlem?
Yeah, let's go with the traditional one. So if I go to the basket, here I will have my favorites listed on the right side. I can scroll down, up, and then if I select one of them, here I'm gonna see the assortments. I can check the size metrics here inside each of the assortments. I can check the color variants in a bigger thumbnails. And once I'm happy with a specific assortment, I can come here and add the quantity. As you might notice, I have multiple doors here, and those are grouped by size. So it doesn't matter whether your customer has multi-door orders or single door, you can use the basket. And another way of adding quantity is by using the numpad there, and I'm gonna click 2. But assuming that your customer wants to add a note, you can use this note area here, and then I'm gonna just write price changed.
Yeah, especially key accounts. I know they have a lot of requests on how the styles should look like or be changed or prices and so on. So this would make it very easy for them. Also notice that as soon as Özlem added a quantity to this style, it got like this black line on the right side to indicate. Yes.
Yes. And another thing I can do with the basket, which is also very nice and quick, is I can add a quantity here. And if I want all of my stores to get the same quantity, I can just press a note and then copy to all stores without, clicking each of them and add one.
Amazing. So in the basket view, on the right side, you have access to all of your favorites. You can go one by one. You can even group them and filter them if you would like to be a bit more of a pro user. And then the other way, which is quite interesting as well, is to use the product page from the favorites view. So would you mind showing that as well?
Yes, of course. So if I go back to the favorites, let's imagine you want to showcase your customers' favorites in a very specific order. So I'm going to select one knit, the first knit from August, click on it, go back to the assortments view, and here it is pretty much a similar view to the basket. But what can be the advantages? Here you can select to filter the assortments by all colors, selected colors, and favorited colors.
Yeah, maybe we
So
can show that. Sorry, if you would select the all colors here, for example, it's really a huge list of possibilities. So by having selected color, it will make it a little bit easier to find the boxes as well. And you can also select delivery periods here, August or September, so it makes it even easier.
definitely.
hmm And I believe just like in a basket, you can add quantities. But what I really like about this is that you don't have to go in and out, back and forth. It's really like one flow. So if you just swipe or press on the arrows at the bottom right, you will come to the next style. No loading, no waiting times, no awkward silences. So also, if I, as a buyer, would see like, oh, wait, there's this green sweatshirt there. It looks nice. Can you show me a little bit more? Then you have quick access to all of this amazing media that you have, that your marketing has been preparing, right? And at any point in time, if you have a touchscreen, just zoom in with your pinch to zoom. If you have a regular mouse and keyboard, then you can, of course, just use your wheel to zoom in as well. Cool.
Yeah, that's
So
the end of the second flow.
exactly. So now that we have let's assume that we have now gone through all of the styles, we've added quantities, and we're ready to make the order. But most buyers would want to have like a better gut feeling. Or am I buying into the right things? Do I have enough of the categories? Especially, am I on budget, so to say, on a delivery period of time? So how can we provide this nice overview that really gives a good confidence to the buying?
Yeah, good that you pointed out because budget is one of the strongest point of the DSR. And here in the inspect order page, you can have a very similar view to the favorites, but here you will see only the items with quantities. You can change grouping according to your needs, and then get the total of your full basket, and then total value and item styles boxes for each grouping, so that you can give your customer a very detailed overview of the order.
Amazing. And also in this part, I just want to mention that if you spot an opportunity to fill in a gap, maybe they haven't bought in enough of this category or the product line for this for a specific month and so on, it's always easy from here as well to get access to the most sold. And yeah, we can see here the footwear. Maybe we should consider buying one more. And it's very easy to enter the PDP, add a quantity, and boom, it's there. Great. I believe now we're in a state where we can actually make the order. However, um, not everyone is ready to make the order at this stage. If you are, great. It's literally a matter of clicking a button and placing the order. But if let's say you have to think about it, let's pretend, Özlem, that I am your customer. So I just can you provide me this basket? I have to just check it with my colleagues, maybe my boss. Can we show how that will be working?
Yes, of course, and we know that's a very common case. So here I'm gonna, sorry, I'm gonna use the share presentation. And once it's open, here I'm just gonna copy the link or find you in the list to send you an email. But
Mhm.
let's just copy the link and paste it via messages, WhatsApp, whichever platform that you want to use. Include a nice message, check this out, and just send it to your customer.
Amazing. So let's then see how it will look like on my screen, pretending that I am the customer. So here is the link that Özlem provided. I will open it up. Um, as you can see, it's very much the same products that we selected. I can at any point go into this cap and say like, maybe I actually want to have this olive as well for the store. If I want to make any additional changes, I can do that. And of course, I can also add my comments. Whenever I'm ready, oh, by the way, I just want to point out also that this link I can share with any of my colleagues, and we can all collaborate on creating and changing this basket. So it's very collaborative and fun experience in that sense. Whenever we're ready to make the order, I will just notify through this feature my sales representative, in this case Özlem, like this. And you can see here when Özlem was latest notified, which means that Özlem will get an email. So Özlem, back to you.
Yes, and here's the email that I got. So it will simply tell me that my customer is ready to order. And from here, directly, I can go to the presentation, confirm the order, just give it a last review to see whether everything's okay, and then confirm the order so that this order process will be finalized.
Amazing. Easy peasy. I hope everyone will enjoy this way of using a strong tool for order process. However, we've seen examples where salespeople take the time to really make a nice, personalized summary, maybe for merchandising purposes, whenever the products will be delivered, so that the store managers know how to kind of put them into the stores. So this is actually a real example of such PowerPoint that has been created. Of course, one challenge doing this is the time it takes to copy paste from the digital tools the images and then write all the text. Like, this can be very time consuming work, and most of you probably don't have the time to do it because of that, but it is a very professional feeling to receive something like this. So DSR makes it very easy and very fast. Özlem, maybe you can help me create a summary and of the order that we just made.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Well, I actually create a couple of canvases related to the orders we just created. So here just to show how the layout could be varied. But, the sake of showing the easiness, let's create one of them together. And for that, I'm just gonna press Add New here. And then just select the items that I add quantities.
And as you can see, while Özlem is focusing on creating this canvas, what's really nice here is that you have all of the content in the application, and you have strong features that help you make it nice and tidy, like this auto arranging feature. And every time you click on a style, you also get quick access on the right side to any color variant or media, so that you can also create, you don't have to, but if you want to spend the time, it doesn't take much long to just give them an idea on how it could be outfitted, and yeah, just make it more inspiring. And just like PowerPoint, drag and drop. If you want to remove something, you literally just drag and drop it outside of the canvas and it's removed. So you can also add notes. And I think this board is this canvas is made for the premium styles that we selected for September. And yeah, I mean, less than a minute, one push of a button with the info button there, you also get the text below. And what's really cool now is that all of this work that Özlem created in less than a minute, she can of course just say, please check the link that you sent that I sent you before. So it's the same link to this presentation that I already received. She can of course send the link again, but if I would now switch to my view, then you can see here that this canvas that Özlem just created is already available, together with these other very nice looking canvases. And in order to not, lose this information, I can always download as a PDF. In which case, it will look something like this. So for each page, it will be the canvas, and then at the bottom, you will see for each of the canvases. For the originals August 2025, these are the styles that are in this canvas, so to say. Yeah, I think that this ends our presentation for now. To wrap it up, I just give me a second. I will explain. So yeah, I think that you have enjoyed and got some inspiration on how easy it is to get started with DSR. We have so much more possibilities to share in the upcoming webinars, where we will cover how to prepare for the meetings and how to make the customers much more prepared as well, how to build and use the boards to present the collection in an inspiring way, how to manage multi-door ordering, which we touched upon today, and how to work with prospecting, and much more. We will also invite pro users from time to time to share how they have made their work easier with DSR. And in the meantime, I hope you'll take the time to review the videos on YouTube, which will be either in the comments or in the description of this video. Thank you so much for attending. We really appreciate. See you next time. Bye-bye.